After Prime Minister Imran Khan leads tens of thousands to Pakistan's capital Islamabad to protest against the ruling coalition and demand fresh elections after he was removed from office through a non-confidence vote, a move Khan has said on different occasions was orchestrated by Washington. Now, to go deeper on the matter, we have with us international analyst Rahim Volkov. Rahim, welcome to From the South.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's always our pleasure. Let's get with the first question. We were saying that the former Prime Minister Khan has accused Washington of being involved in his ouster. In your opinion, what reasons would the U.S. have to do this, and are there other examples in Pakistan previously and in the region of U.S. interference?
Thank you so much for having me again. This was a tense situation. This is not the first time the Americans have interfered in our politics, but this time this was too much. They have written an open letter and sent us an open warning to the elected prime minister, and they said if Imran Khan remained in power, then Pakistan would face a lot of consequences in terms of economics and in terms of politics and in terms of diplomacy. So this was an open threat, not from a simple man from a normal man. It was from the U.S. representative, foreign secretary for the South and Central Asia, David Liu, who openly threatened our ambassador in America and who wrote this letter by keeping the old record of his conversation with David Liu and sent it to Prime Minister. And during his March 27 speech, Imran Khan openly weaved that letter and told his supporters the Americans have did this and they bowed this whole vote of no confidence against me in order to overthrow me because they don't like me, because I tilted towards Russia in order to think about the better future for the Pakistan, because I wanted to buy the cheap oil from Russia and I've already struck the deal, and the Americans didn't like it because they always want us in their camp. But this is not in the best interest of Pakistan. This is what Americans didn't like, and they punished Imran Khan. And they brought this whole drama of vote of no confidence by uniting all opposition parties against Khan in the parliament. And finally, on April 12th, he was ousted from his office.
So, Rahim, what can we expect from today's rally? What changes could it bring about?
Yeah, this was an important day. Everybody was waiting for this, what Imran Khan will do, because after his ouster, he held a series of rallies across small and major cities of Pakistan, where he told his supporters to wait for his call to march towards the capital. And this was the day. 2 days ago on Sunday, Imran Khan came to the media, took the press, he held a press conference along with his leaders and told his public, his supporters, to march towards Islamabad on May 25. But what happened, unfortunately, the opposition party, especially the ruling coalition, they started stopping, putting the barriers in order to derail the whole rally towards the rally and the whole caravans of the Khan supporters towards Islamabad. And this has been seen in Lahore, the police was very active and they've arrested various leaders, main key leaders of the PTI, the Imran Khan's supporters, in order to harass them and threaten them not to march towards Islamabad. But unfortunately, the establishment and other stuff or other powerful sectors which are very important for in the politics of Pakistan, they have remained silent over all this. And there was a complete media blockage. There was a complete covering this whole situation, what was going on. Only ARY, the only channel that was covering this whole. But what happened? Imran Khan made it. Imran Khan.
Rahim,
Islamabad, but there are other barriers, people from Lahore, because of the blockade and the police force, because the local government has regularized the police force and they're not letting them to march to Islamabad. But it seems that by tomorrow the situation will become clear, all the people will reach Islamabad and it's going to be a huge surprise for the whole nation. And Imran Khan declared May 25 as the turning point for the politics of Pakistan in the years to come.
As ouster Prime Minister Khan calls for his supporters to join him on his rally, he seems to be playing what seems to be his last political card to regain control. Is there any other resource for him if this move fails?
No, this move cannot fail because Imran Khan is much popular than he was before. This was the biggest suicide attempt the opposition has made. There was only 1.5 years left, but the opposition became too much active and they tried to overthrow him, and they overthrew him. They remained successful. But after his ouster, the people got emotional, especially supporters, and his popularity rankings remained too high. According to the recent report conducted by the Arab News Media Network, Imran Khan is much more popular than he was before. If the new fresh elections were held, he would come to the parliament with absolute majority. And this is what is itching the opposition parties, because the ruling coalition is very weak. there are three major parties which have like joined together and to form this particular new ruling coalition government. And the PMLN is very weak. Like they cannot take every decision by their own. They have to take the support of other parties. But on major key issues, the other parties do not support the current coalition government. So the other coalition government is also facing the problems from inside. So it seems that like Imran Khan, whether the march will fail or will it succeed, but it seems that the early elections will help in the country because the establishment is very serious about it. The establishment doesn't want any threat to the Pakistani security, and the establishment is very serious about it. So it seems that like from tomorrow, like there would be a new news like from the ruling government or from the powerful sectors of the country. Because Imran Khan said if they didn't give the exact time and date of the elections, he will not leave Islamabad. So the march is going to get longer. So Pakistan cannot afford this because the situation is very serious in the economic side because the economy has gone down and the dollar has gone up. So the people are suffering a lot. So I don't think so the coalition government will take that risk. It seems that the early election will help. This is my opinion as an expert.
Okay, Rahim, we're going to keep covering this situation as it develops. Thank you very much for your time here in teleSUR.